What is up, everyone on YouTube? This is Very Mellow Man, and welcome to the beginning of a new Let's Play. Mass Effect Legendary Edition for the PlayStation 4. But of course, we're going to be playing on the PlayStation 5, for obvious reasons. Now, as you can see here, we can select all three of the Mass Effect games on this remastered version of the three games. And I did get the remaster the day it came out, but I also spent time playing it so I could actually unlock a bonus power for my preferred class to play Mass Effect 1 through. I also wanted to get the hang of the updated mechanics that Mass Effect brought to the table in this iteration of the game. I'm eating lunch right now, and to be honest, I also just wanted to straight up listen to this iconic title screen music again. The first time I ever played the Mass Effect 1 was back when the Mass Effect Trilogy Collection came out for the PlayStation 3, around 2013 or 14 or so. Maybe I got the year wrong, but the thing is, it's been years since I've been able to see this title screen. I can't play my PS3 version anymore. I don't even have a PS3 anymore. So I just wanted to soak it in a bit, even though I already, played the game. And everything moving at 60 frames per second. Ooh, that's right. Okay, so basically, option, trophies, complete the game on the easiest difficulty to just speed through the game, so you won't be seeing these trophies pop up at all for me. I also just stuck with Kate and Ashley, because why not? I had to switch to Garrus after I was forced to pick between Kate and Ashley, and to be honest, it was also a matter of happening to find high-level armor for Garrus over any of the other characters. As you can see here, most of these trophies apply not just to the original Mass Effect, but Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 now. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see going forward. But either way, yeah, some of these are now...
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
We're going to enter a new... We can select... So basically the same thing as it was in the original game. Pick a default John or default Jane Shepard to begin the game with if you just want to do if you didn't want to care too much about your character creation or backstory. But what you will also see here is the advertised edition of Mass Effect 3's new female Shepard design being backported into Mass Effect 1 and 2. And because of that, I decided to do a quick Let's Play run through the game with the Jane Shepard, just for the sake of saying I did it. But since I'm a dude, I want to actually make my own Shepard, so enter new ID. Oh, yeah, this is how you begin New Game Plus. As usual, we will name our main character Melon. Because it's not a huge deal.
To access your profile.
So, if for those of you watching this are confused about why I'm not uploading another Fallout 3 modded video, it's not that in the slightest. This isn't like what happened with the Persona 3 Let's Play, where complications forced me to end that one prematurely. Straight up, I just wanted to play this game. So for the first time on this channel, I'm going to consecutively Let's Play 2 games at once. You'll still get Fallout 3 modded episodes coming out, especially since with the power of modding, I can just keep adding more Fallout 3 content to do. But there's also just going to be a ton of Mass Effect to play, and I just want to play Mass Effect. So, I'm also going to be going for a Paragade Shepard, which is basically a Shepard that's a mixture of Paragon and Renegade points. In fact, I believe that designation goes mostly Paragon, but willing to do some Renegade actions here or there. Whereas the Renegon Shepard is mostly Renegade, but willing to do some Paragon points here. So, for that matter, I believe the most ideal Shepard for me to play as would be someone who was explicitly born on Earth.
Confirm psychological profile.
And yet is in fact a war hero. Now,
confirm military specialization.
Because a war hero makes the most sense for a Shepard regardless of the class, in my opinion. But being born on Earth is also going to be really important for the third game, since it gives Shepard a very personal connection to what's going on in that game. It also affects her starting Paragon and Renegade points. Basically, there's a total of 9 combination of starting background and psych profiles you can pick from, which means that of those 9, you can begin with any combination of Paragon or Renegade points. Some combinations prevent you from getting Paragon or Renegade points, and the combination I chose to go with, which is Earthbound War Hero, will start me off with 10 Paragon points, but no Renegade points, for example. I think it's a decent amount. Paragon Renegade points are going to be coming in plenty by the time I'm done with this Let's Play, so it's not a huge deal. But if you want something a bit more balanced, you have to play around with the background profiles in order to get what you want. Speaking of, now, despite what I said, I could easily just justify playing as a soldier the entire trilogy, because again, the soldier makes the most sense to explain Shepard's combat prowess without comparing him to a Turian engineer or an Asari adept. But I have been playing so much Fallout 3 that I actually want to mix it up a little and play a class that's mostly a magic or a casting type, which is why I'm going with Adept. And as for why I have 3 bonus powers, one of the changes done to the Mass Effect remaster in regards to bonus powers is because it's easier to unlock your bonus powers in the first place. You don't have to cast each power 50 or 40 times now in order to do it, which would be obnoxious. They've all been lowered to more or less the number 25. Another reason for this is because now every class can quite evenly use every weapon without having to worry about the absurd amount of weapon sway and accuracy penalties that you had in the original version of the game. So putting these 2 factors together, all you have to do to unlock the shotgun, assault rifle, and sniper rifle talent trees is beat the game once on any difficulty with any character. So again, I just went with Soldier because it was the default, and it was just a fast way to get started with the game without any hassle.
Confirm facial identification.
We're going to change our appearance though. I like this preset. The hair is definitely the part that's going to change the most, though. In fact, a lot of the new hairstyle, new facial options are directly inspired by, or at least allegedly, and from what I've heard, inspired by hairstyles added by the modding community in their own personal Fallout game, in their own personal Mass Effect games over the years. You can actually see some original hairstyles here, in case any of you don't remember what the original had. The idea of having cornrows in the military is hilarious to me, so I'm gonna go with that. And giving a scar, oh my god. That would be perfect for a renegade character. You know what? That's the most visibly different facial scar. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I'm not really a big, oh, I'm sorry, that's just hilarious. That's hilarious. That's just hilarious. Like, that's the most unsettling thing I've ever seen. This man just... Alright. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. That's... Oh, man, I didn't even think about that. That's so... Alright. That's great. And that down there is your face code. That's what you pick if you want to share your Shepard's face with other characters. Eyes... Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna set code. Sure.
Profile reconstruction.
Yeah, let's do this.
Identification confirmed.
Yeah, play it on casual. We're gonna go to normal here. Return of all levels game. We're gonna be playing the new legendary mode, which sets up, which gives us the ability to, basically, on legendary difficulty, our level cap is now set to the maximum of 30, but like 30 is the same level cap as in Mass Effect 2, which brings it closer to the rest of leveling in the rest of the series in terms of scaling.
What about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of his family.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets, learned to look out for himself.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
They call it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. The board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Oh boy. And this is the very first piece of real role-playing you can do in this game. Agree with Joker, being completely neutral in the matter because it's not really your concern if that's the case, or just tell him to stop caring about it.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So
For the most part, the reason I want to do a Paragate run is because I want to promote as much genuine role-playing as possible, and not just pick...
Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
I can only imagine why. So, here we are, everyone. Mass Effect Remastered. Born on Earth, but you never knew your parents, a child of the streets, you learned to live by your wits and guts, surviving in the hidden underbelly and megalopolises of humanity's homeworld. Eager to find a better life, you joined the Alliance with her when you came of age, 18 years old. You were on shore leave at Elysium when the first wave of the Skillian Blitz struck. A massive coalition force of slavers, crime syndicates, and Terran warlords attacked the colony, they were wiped out. You rallied the civilian inhabitants, leading them in their desperate fight with all the invaders. When enemy troops broke through the colony's fences, you single-handedly held them off and sealed the breach. After hours of brutal fighting, reinforcements finally arrived and the enemy broke ranks and fled. Because of your actions, Elysium was saved and you were regarded throughout the Alliance as a true hero. Man, talk about going from literal nothing to well-decorated officer. Do you see why I like this combination so much? And yeah, there's a brief summary of how humanity ascended to power. So 48 years from now, we're going to discover... 48 years from now, we're going to discover Mass Effect relays. The journal is just normie stuff, but the important thing here is... Ooh, 60 frames per second. Look at that. And the detail on my main character's face is incredible. Love it. Scar is not as prominent as I would like, but okay. Anyway. We're just gonna quickly invest 2 charm. The reason for that is because on Eden Prime, there's gonna be a Paragon choice that will require it. And that's about... We're gonna have to be very careful how much charm and intimidate we invest in, so I don't lose all my powers. But basically, all right. All right. We're just shelving all over the place.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
Okay.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Oh man, I don't know. We'll talk about the recent Mass Effect. One thing I miss is Commander's stoic jog here. Stoic jog. That's a weird thing to say.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Presley, you look like 5 years younger. Man.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
And well, you guys have seen... People who have actually watched all my Bioware Let's Plays in this channel are well familiar with the dialogue wheel at this point. So the intricacies of what the, investigate option does for role-playing is not particularly lost on any of you. But this is the first game that Bioware developed that actually used it, and, well, you can see why they... As we played the game, you can see why they kept using the formula when they moved on in Dragon Age 2.
What do you know about the stealth system?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks, too. Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
Now, a lot of people have a problem with some of the Renegade dialogue in this game because it's explicitly linked to alien racism. But if you're actually trying to be a Renegade in this game, it makes sense why the main character, Shepard, would express racist viewpoints from time to time, due to the fact that being a Renegade also means being pro-humanity, which I admit is a little messy, but you guys have to... You can't always get what you want. If you don't want to express racist viewpoints but be Renegade, just don't express racist viewpoints with the dialogue choices while you're trying to mostly play a Renegade playthrough. It's not hard.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command, and they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Actually, Jenkins is more or less correct.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
I know people don't really typically consider Mark Muir the weaker voice actor between him and Shepard, but even back then, I don't really think this tone of voice is bad. It's like the backstory here is that look at what Shepard went through. Look at his face. His face tells the story of his hard life and the sacrifices of his choices that led him to being a war hero. Of course, he'll sound like this when he wants to keep Corporal Jenkins from rushing headlong into glory, not burning himself out in the process.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel Space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
I'm not going to say this one because it's obvious, but there are clear advantages to having that kind of unchecked authority in something like the vast emptiness of space. So,
you're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Notice there, depending on how you respond in certain conversations, you get certain amounts of Paragon or Renegade points. And so far, I've responded pretty normally in a Paragon fashion because, yeah, unfortunately, sometimes being Paragon is linked to being polite.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup of Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
This is one of those options that sounds like it's pro-humanity and anti-alien, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be optimistic.
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on board.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres.
I'm glad that didn't sound racist. I just think that's a genuinely interesting question to ask.
I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Alright then.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what the Alliance do. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their Citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
That's an interesting phrase.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel Space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Yeah, that's type of attitude is not going to help you in the long run.
Status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Absolutely, Nihilus can count on us.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
I wonder how the voice actors in the booth actually modulate their voices to sound like they have to shout over something. Alright. So, we start with Kaidan, Alenko, of course. Now, Kaidan being a Mass Effect 1 Sentinel, it's going to take him quite a while for him to reach his full potential. Until then, he's going to be split between enhancing his biotics or enhancing his, his other powers. So let's give him Barrier, so he can use that. And we'll give him First Aid too. We'll just go into assault rifles for you, Jenkins. And this is next Gen Eden Prime. Look at that.
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
They're not harmless until I say they're not harmless. But, again, no longer do I get disturbing amounts of weapon sway using weapons I don't have any formal training in. If you want to just go for shotgun for some reason, you're free to go for shotgun now. Even as an adept. No, Jenkins! All that time spent leveling you up was pointless. Richard L. Jenkins. A long since dated reference to a long since dated meme. Put the rest.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yeah. One of the Bioware staples of old was the, false party member. A guy who's looks like he's going to be joining your team for a while, but...
A lot of bodies. I'm going to check it out.
But it turns out he's not going to be. I can't... Let's see, hold on a second. Was did... Let's see, we did Dragon Age Inquisition on this channel. There was no one like that in Dragon Age Inquisition, no. In fact, we've only ever played Dragon Age Inquisition on this channel for Bioware stuff. Yeah. Actually, Kay, you know what? You might as well just use your Lancer. Not you're perfectly decent with it. Alright then. Okay. Since I'm not gonna get all that way back. And there's the Geth. Alright, let's rock. I'm gonna bury it up. And I'm gonna use throwing you before using warp on you just to say it did. Oh boy. That one throw is enough to KO a Geth.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Ashley Williams, you're real second party member.
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Alright then.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
So let's question you a bit more. Because we need information.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were
The fact that a lot of these characters actually went to school and got an education, I feel like...
Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil.
Like, Shepard is a bit more interesting since Shepard is explicitly Earthborn here, because he joined after he turned 18, meaning that he didn't have the chance to get the type of education that Ashley, Kane, and
Tell me everything you know about
Captain Anderson did.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and...
So the fact that he's actually asking these questions makes more sense than they normally would, at least according to my roleplay headcanon.
I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. It seemed like a routine patrol until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Caden, what are you holding? Why are your arms like that?
Move out.
I think given what's going on and how long this video is already taken with the content, we'll just straight up cut the video off and cut the VOD, and I'll come back real soon.